Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It must be Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, here at FSBRacing.com. We are at the iRacing Craftsman Truck Series, season 54 here at FSB, folks. That's 54. They've been at it for decades. Here we are with the Mud Dog Motorsports Craftsman Truck I Series. We're after a nice lengthy Christmas winter break here. Sam Young behind the booth or behind the camera. We're at the production. We've got Kevin Mays, the admin, 20 plus drivers, and I am Jimmy Ray, along with my host, Milt Minner Jr. Milt, how was your break, buddy? Welcome back.
Oh no, we just did that twice, and you did it amazing both times in our broadcast. We just got to say that because I was thinking like you were like Jimmy two times. Uh, go
The
get the
paper, get the
papers. Go
paper.
get the papers. Oh, we're excited for this. It's a new season, and we got a great big over 20 truck field and a whole new trophy setup to go, and many broadcasts in the future here and at FSB. What a privilege. Let's get it on.
Yeah, 20 plus years of racing here at FSBRacing.com. Again, it's the beginning of the year. They're going to go January through April. We're going to have, it looks like 13 weeks in this season. We're going to open up right here at Talladega Super Speedway. And iRacing made some changes in the offseason. We're hoping to see some help with the drafting, some aerodynamics and things. They did some work on the back of the trucks to improve bump drafting. They fixed some animation hiccups with the drivers and a few things. But iRacing, every 12, 13 weeks, you're going to get updates. You're going to get improvements. It's been, I don't know how many years we've been doing this, Milt. I have yet to meet a bad update. And if not, if there is, they'll fix it within a couple weeks here at iRacing.
Well, it just over and over the what we're seeing here, and we've been around. It's not our first time behind the corn crib, and we 2003, a long time ago. You and I were messing around. Who'd have thunk it? And you didn't even let me get it out of my mouth. You were like, well, we thought about it. Come on. I thought about it. This could be something amazing with broadcasts and all this. And of course, the technology wasn't there back then. But now look at it now. Look at this. And like you said, it just keeps getting better and better.
It really is, and it's getting easier to stream and broadcast. But of course, we'll have some hiccups. So thank you guys for bearing with us here. As again, Sam Young, promoter, owner, league extraordinaire there at FSBRacing.com. That's Frank Sam Bradley. If you're scoring at home, that we call that Fresno to Shell Beach Racing.com, which was we needed a quick name all those years ago, and the first connection was from Fresno to Shell Beach, California. So that hence the name where we came from. That may be on a trivia question later if it hasn't already been on Jeopardy. So we have 4 minutes to go here. 21 cars. We've got defending champs out here. Most recently, Bird's the Word, our reigning champion. Matt Watkins, multiple championships here, and a lot of other drivers. Heck, looking at the I ratings coming in here, you got guys in the 5,000, 6,000s on the oval mill. I think the average I rating here is over 2,000 for this race, and that means something.
Well, especially since we've done our venture into, sports car racing and iRacing and experienced that. And what type of level it is to race against guys that have a 2,000 I rating, and if you can get to 2,000, which I barely did a couple times. I think I'm somewhere around 1,800. Point is, you get guys at 5,000, 6,000. They're racing against serious competition, and they're doing it consistently and cleanly. Otherwise, the parameters of iRacing, you can't hide. You can say what you want about what you do, but they see everything.
Yeah, lap times and results don't lie. Let's go ahead and move quick onto the starting grid here because we got less than 3 minutes to go before they start the parade lap. We have it on our screens here. You guys not be able to see it, but we'll go ahead and run through. Starting on the pole tonight, number 88, Jason Seams with a 55.030. Outside, row number 2 is going to be Justin Bird. Bird is the word, your defending champ. Just two. That's 15 thousandth of a second back there. That's super close. Sean Reap all the way up in P3, and another Sean, old friend of mine there, Mr. Sean Sheaves, starting outside row 2, and then 7 up yours truck.
Yeah, and that's Sean Steves. He's one of the original 8 of FSB. So we're talking 2003. Okay, so then P5 is Dave Ellens. Uh, Good to see him back. And then the Super Speedway veteran Jeff Hale. Then the incomparable Matt Watkins in P7, and then in P8, Larry Yon, USA.
Donkey Bob teammate there, the '09 Andrew Elliott's going to be starting ninth. Outside of him in the number 34 truck, Shane Wisman. Next row starting P11 is going to be Adam Roberts in the 37 truck, and number 18, Craig Stukas, also Donkey Bob. Friend of ours starting in the 18 truck, starting in P12.
P13, it'll be Dale Root, USA. Haven't seen him yet, so looking forward to that. And then, of course, the one of the longest standing members, the great venerable Trans Am champion and multiple champion, Pops Martinson. P15, Michael Greenwood. Uh, and then P16, Jared Mogard.
A buddy of mine out of Chicago, outside of Chicago, Illinois, Guy Petra in the 151 starting 17th. Another Donkey Bob teammate of ours, Jamison Pearson in the 22 truck starting 18th. And rounding out the field is going to be your admin in the 92, Kevin Mays, and veteran T.G. Reese in the 33. Going to be rounding out the field, looking for that hard charger award when you start in the back. Nowhere to go but up, right? Nothing wrong with starting in the back on a super speedway race.
Well, this is Talladega. This is 20 trucks out there, and um, you got to finish first. You got to finish to finish first. So I'm expecting these guys to ride around. The guys in the back just want to stay with the pack, and then pit stops will separate the men from the boys, especially green flag.
Yep, 100% of the time. 60 laps tonight, 60 laps. We'll find out how far they can go for fuel on the first run. And again, we have a lot of changes this offseason, so not quite sure exactly what's going to happen. Another comment I read about that was body aerodynamics offsets have been dramatically updated. So all kinds of stuff going on there has led to meaningful changes, significantly enhanced the handling, fidelity of the trucks, especially side by side scenarios. So let's see if the trucks want to wander when they're side by side. And the rumor was you couldn't really catch the truck behind you in the draft. So let's see if that's changed here, Milt, going into this one.
Well, this is Talladega, so this is a special one to try to win, and it's definitely was. I had better luck at Daytona. I don't know why, but they're similar but different. But Talladega is definitely different with the tri-oval and the wider track, and the start finish line way down the track. That just changes, in the tri-oval. That changes your approach and where you get lucky. So it's been so long since we ran like this, but back in the day with our team, it was you and me, pushing each other to try to get it. So will there be teammates, people helping out, or will they just be dog eat dog? Right now, I'm saying you just got to get to that first pit stop.
Yeah,
Tires are
keep it
not an
clean.
issue.
Yeah, it's opening season, opening day, lots of optimism for everybody. Everybody's tied right now. Everybody's tied for first and last as we start this first race. So there'll be points to be had here. Again, 13 races, guys. Talladega, Chicago, and Richmond up first. And we got our parade lap here with 21 trucks. Taking a look at some of the sponsors out there, some cool liveries. Exalta 88 Craftsman, Chevrolet on the pole, Jason Seams riding around on the apron there.
Some of these guys, running what they usually run. We got to take a pick here. Man, I'm look. He's gonna be pissed off when I say this, but I'm gonna pick Sean Reap in the 62 there, because just his going from on top of the car to in car like you got to run here at iRacing, and his progression and how much he's getting better, and I'm sure he's done some work in the off season. That's my guy for the race here. You
All
got a
right,
pick there, Jimmy?
I do. I'm going to go for another Hail Mary. Our Pittsburgh Steelers got one on Sunday night with that missed kick. So Sean Reap probably bought a lottery ticket. He's probably feeling pretty lucky. So we're going to go ahead and hopefully not jinx that. The 7 Up Yours truck. That's the 7 Vanilla Crown Royal truck on the outside. Let's see if Sean Sheaves can get it up there in the podium. Sam, in the booth, you got a pick for us, buddy?
You got to pick for a spit.
All right, Jason Mogard. Sam's got you. $5 on Mogard. It's a 00 truck. That's a pretty famous number here, Donkey Bob. The 00 truck, starting P16.
Oh, Francis Dittman.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Pace
coming
truck
right
is
at you,
off.
Milt. Long wait to get to that start finish line here at Talladega compared to Daytona,
Yeah,
like you said. Let's
absolutely.
get it, boys.
And for another
Crowds on their
season,
feet.
Ip.
Green, green, green.
Let's go racing, boys.
Nice. Entire crowd on their feet for that one. 21 trucks take it into turn one, side by side. Let's see if everybody gets off to a smooth start here.
Everybody real cautious up to this point. So, a little bit really close there towards the back. Some things to think about, like you were saying, new tire, big updates, tire work, different stuff. Who's practiced, understands how the trucks are going to be different from the last time, and who hasn't. It looks like everybody's really in line and being divine.
Yeah, after their 2x2 all the way back, you have about 6 trucks single file in the back there. They can stay with the draft, but a little bit of a gap. Outside line's got a good run leading this first lap. It's probably going to be the outside truck. Let's see who leads the first lap here, the new season here at FSB Racing.
Well, just one of those things, with the way iRacing is now compared to sim racing back when we started. They did not have the physics, dynamics, ability to. Now that outside line really works a lot better and is more realistic. And Sean Sheaves really pushing there. We know, and we seen it last year with his limited runs. He likes to run these races, and he came out of nowhere, off the couch, and not, never running iRacing, and was instantly just like you remember who he was. Clean, right up there, skilled, all new rig stuff. This is completely different, he came prepared. He didn't come, he's gonna have some fun here.
Three wide back there, about 7 trucks back. And there you go. Thought wiser of it. Black and red truck jumps back in line.
There's always an ebb and flow in these races, going back and, like you were talking about that pushing stuff, how does that work now? Well, we're seeing these trucks get right up under each other. Obviously, they don't want to get too close and get them loose, but, of course, we haven't been seeing this, but we were paying attention in practice, and they were able to run really close and really clean. So we'll see how that works.
7 jumps out of the high line, jumps down to the bottom, gets the lead for just a second, and gives it back to the 13. Let's see who leads across the line. It's going to be the 13 again. Justin Bird now. DeWalt Chevrolet led that lap, but Sean Sheaves holding the inside lane out front.
So this is a 60-lap race. Can these trucks go 30 laps? Tires, I don't. They could probably go the whole 60. Or you get 2. I don't think so. So I think we're going to see pit stops more along the lines of in the 20-ish area.
Yeah, we'll find out. A couple trucks pushing up in the middle there. Okay, we'll shoot for somewhere around maybe 22 laps or so. We'll look in that range, but at least a couple green flag stops here if we can keep it green. 8 trucks, 7 trucks on the outside. Everybody else down to the bottom here early on at Talladega, guys. We are on lap 5 here of 60.
People just kind of changing places, changing spots. I mean, now Octane 93. Also known as Sean Sheaves. That was his name before we even used our own name. which back in there, sim racing was more thought of as a game. And, through our evolution and the evolution of sim racing, I don't like to hear that myself. It's not a game, it's a simulation. You are simulating to try to be a real race car driver, in my opinion.
There you go. And simulating out front is the 29 car, Super Speedway extraordinaire Jeff Hale. The 8 truck now leading the outside lane, and Justin Bird ducks in second on the bottom ahead of Sean Sheaves.
I see Will Farmer in the chat there. We're going to be joining with him in car tomorrow for pinned and broadcast tomorrow night. So, guys, get a chance. Maybe you can elaborate more on that later. But right now, we got a race here at FSB. I believe that was the 8 truck goes back. What truck was that? Goes backwards there. Jan was up to second, and take a look. He got a little bit of a nudge there from the 9, I believe, and then unintentional, but got him loose, and then he got on the outside 3 wide and went back quite a ways.
Looks like he's still with the draft there. Everybody's still in the pack. 6 laps in, coming up on lap 7. Here comes Jared Mogard in the 00 on the outside in the white truck. Oh no.
Pops Martinson way up there doing the Richard Petty line, but working it on the outside line there. Pops Martinson, what can you say? You know, I got a terrible memory, so Sam could probably have to tell me, somewhere around 80 years old, dang near, like 78, 76, that's a lot. Dude's getting down here with these young fellers, so go, Pops, go. Yeah, so they're, yeah, yeah, you heard it there.
On lap 8 now, still running clean and green. 5 trucks on the outside. They're not lined up incredibly well, but they are staying up there on the outside. No issues with the bump drafting on the inside, as you see a little bit of bumping going on down the front straight. Down the back straight, excuse me, where there's no kink.
Well, this is experiment time without having the experiment blow up in your face. So right now you want to experiment a little bit. Maybe later you might want to add something in there that, and take a chance if you're thinking you're going to make something happen. But right now you're just experimenting a little bit.
Yep, 180 miles an hour down the straight here at Talladega. Still Justin Bird out front, Jeff Hale second, Mogard in third. It's going to change every lap as they go by here in the big pack, but Sean Sheaves holding steady down there in second on the bottom. Craig Stukas has made up 6 spots, and as Sam mentioned, Jared's made up 13 spots since this thing started. Pretty amazing. He snuck on up to the front there. 0 of Jared.
Well, I always get fired up when I hear the name Greenwood with Michael Greenwood and then Talladega, because this is like my dad got an IMSA win here in 1974, and you can Google that with Greenwood Corvette. And with the road course, it was like a Roval back in the day. So,
no, it's
always,
awesome.
Always, they actually had a road course here like Daytona, so it's very cool. Oh!
All right, man. Caution
Hard
is out.
into the wall. Was that Justin Bird? I'm not sure. And trucks going everywhere.
Oh, half
that
the
just
field
went
involved.
went bad real quick. Oh my gosh.
I can see about 9 trucks weren't involved. Everybody else and a bunch of smoke. So we're gonna look at a bunch of replays.
Okay, so
here
there
to
was
see what went down.
contact there with the. Darn it.
We'll take a look at Sam's view here. See what he's got going on as the field.
Okay, yeah.
What's the
Something
next lap?
there with Jared. Yeah.
Start finish line.
Yeah.
Probably going to get
And that,
takers on pit road here.
wow.
Sean Shee's involved.
Man,
Oh,
Sean Shees was in the spin cycle. Oh, the
18 and the
contact.
62 got
Yeah,
together.
Sean Reap and okay, now we're seeing that. 18 kind of went up into the wall there. I don't know if he slowed down, but man, that direct left just caused a man. Sean Shees,
Yep.
if he didn't
88.
throw up, I
88
don't
went
know
head
how.
on into the
Ooh,
wall there. Your pole sitter, I believe, Seams went head on into the inside wall. I don't know if there's a safer barrier on that wall, Milt. Better check and see if he's
it's a good
okay.
thing it's not real, like you
There's
used
a,
to always tell me,
my daughter would
because
always say.
well, you remember, yeah, it was pretty intense back in the day. A
Hmm.
couple times you had to tell me, like, man, it's not real, man.
That's it. It may look real, but it ain't.
Yeah,
Let's see if now let's go. Maybe Sam, you can do a
yeah,
little onboard from some of the guys in the back. Maybe a couple guys
yeah,
knifed
take
through
a
there,
look
got
at some
lucky,
on
if you
board
don't mind.
there.
But we're gonna come around and have some pit stops while we're looking at replays here, guys.
Oh, that's a hard
Oh
lick.
no! Oh,
Oh,
tough contact. 88.
uh,
Ah,
that will not get your sticker to pecker, I guarantee.
place wrong tire.
It will anti-sticker right there. Yeah, no bueno. You
That's
get
how
to see
quick it
the
can go sideways
sponsor.
on a super speedway race.
Well, he almost hit the gap in the wall there, like Jeff Gordon moved there. There's like a gap right there. Uh, Jeff Gordon always seemed to find like the gap at Pocono. Am I tripping or what? Let's see here. We're watching. No,
Oh
that's a
nine
different
got
car.
lifted off the ground there.
Anyway,
Oh,
trucks down pit road. Melee.
yeah, we're gonna see. Oh, the 7 as he's yeah,
Yeah,
brutal. It's
and
gonna be a lot
Justin
of damage
Bird
on the
in
pit
the
road,
lead.
guys.
Oh, truck's having problems. Somebody didn't know where they were supposed to go,
Uh-oh.
and I can't see what truck that was, but so the mustard was off the hot dog right there. We see if we can see that, but there was like a inside Audi. I don't know if I've ever seen that on pit road before, dude. And get it. See if you can catch that, Sammy.
Click a splash and go for
Yeah,
most
it
guys
was like
who aren't
the
getting
the
repaired.
green and white. Yeah, there it is. There, the 22. Yeah, so it was Pearson. If you can back that up, unless I missed it, yeah, please back that up again. And no, back it up a little more. Okay, yeah, let's see what happens here. I think it was 22 of Jamison Pearson, and oh yeah, there's the 92 of Kevin Mays. Pearson goes in his spot, and fortunately, in iRacing, which I agree with, it's hard enough to race, let alone trying to pit. So they don't punish you like in the old days. That would have been destroyed cars right there, but still pretty exciting to see it because you still have to hit your spot. So no matter what, if you don't hit your spot, we got. I think we had somebody in the booth here, Sean Reap. You got a copy.
I do. That was a little white knuckle in there. I don't know how you guys saw that one. I have no idea. I didn't have time to look at it. I was trying to push Craig up through the field, and all of a sudden he swung out and it called 3 wide on me. I tried to crack the throttle and get back behind him, and he was across my nose.
Yeah, yeah. You guys weren't lined up, and then it looked like I'm not sure. He may have scraped the wall a hair, and you made it stayed into it, and then by the time you realized you couldn't get off him, like you were saying, that's
Yeah, it
kind of
was
what
bang
I
bang.
saw. It's pretty much like you didn't mean to hit him, but you hit him.
Yeah, exactly. As the way I look
Yeah.
at it, it was my front end. So, but yeah, I definitely did
Oh
not
well.
mean to do that. I did not want to be 3 wide.
Yeah,
We were
10,
dicey
10
enough as
for.
it was.
Yeah,
So
you guys were racing smart and still trying to experiment with what you could do. It was good racing out there. That's the way it goes, man. So
10-4.
thanks for giving us a little. Uh, that's pretty much what we saw.
Yeah, this stuff ain't as easy as it looks on TV.
No,
Yeah.
100%. It's definitely not. About as easy it is for the Taro Ant Killer company out there who's sponsoring your truck there. Taro Ant Killer getting it done out there in the field. Thank you very much, Sean. Lights are out, I think. Good luck the rest of the way, buddy. Thanks for checking
Yeah,
in.
I'm gonna pop back in there. Thanks for the sponsor plug, even though it's a little off season. I was just too lazy to paint a
You
winter
got it, buddy.
appropriate car. Uh,
But it does have a target on
Man,
it, so just be aware. It's kind of a
oh
bullseye.
no.
I'm just letting you
yeah,
know. It
but
looks like it,
dude,
even
you
though there's a bug
painted
on it.
so much stuff in the back in the day. Isn't it nice now? Now that you don't have to paint something if you don't want. You know.
That's always been the case. But anyway, yeah, I gotta
All right.
recenter
Good.
myself here. So
Yep.
Good
Good
luck, buddy.
luck,
have a good
man.
broadcast. Hopefully, I'll talk to you later.
Yes,
You
sir.
too.
Good luck.
All right, we're going to go restart here. It's going to be Jared Mogard on point, Sean Reap, Justin Bird, Jeff Hale, Dave Ellens. You can see on the ticker on the left there. Kevin Mays, Dale Root, Pops Margison, Michael Greenwood, Jameson Pearson, your top 10. Everybody else, including Sean Shees, 11th on back. Not sure how much damage they had to get repaired, but we'll find out when guys start falling off the draft. But you know how that feeling, Milt, when you're in the back of the pack, a couple damaged trucks in front of you. Got to make sure you don't get a black flag passing too soon or anything like that.
Exactly. You know, it's not like the Bad Company song. I'm running to the pack. Can't just run through, but you got to. You know, if you the worst thing is when you know you got damage and you're just gonna ride in the back, and then you're. But you know, it's the first race of the season, too. So, and it says, you know, it's like we're gonna take a hit here, but
Green
you
flag,
know,
green
I
flag.
still, if I'm
Green,
going
green,
to
green.
race for points as we go green, then, you know, I got to stick it out. But it sucks when you don't, because you're going to lose that draft and you're going to go backwards. So we'll see who can do that. They fixed stuff pretty good here in iRacing. So,
Yep, Sean Reap staying to the outside. Got a bit of a run on the bottom there with Bird and the 115. That's going to be, who's that?
comers and goers, havers
Dave
and
Ellens.
have nots. So, oh, and they go 3 wide right away there. Woo!
Mogard lost a lot of momentum there. Reap is all over the back of him, trying not to hit him.
Yeah. Reap's like, I
He
already
is
got
so
one, you know,
close.
by the way, FSB does have the two incident rule. They ask you to park the truck if you get in two wrecks that are your fault or you believe are your fault. These races are admin reviewed for sportsmanship and
Yep, sportsmanship based
yep.
racing here at FSBRacing.com. Clean race for your membership first, race for the win second. Sean Sheaves, 5th or 6th in line on the bottom. He's got enough juice there. But
He
the
just
outside
did
line's
this
dropping
spin
fast.
cycle. I'm sure they cleaned up, you know, a little bit of barf inside the truck there and moved on, you know. So, so because he did the spin cycle, but I don't think he got a lot of, you know, this ain't his first rodeo, you know. But
No,
just seeing him
sir.
run out there and run, you know, that gives me hope. Maybe I could, you know, we'll see, you know. Love
A couple
broadcasting
guys in
too.
the mid pack are looking to go to the outside, inside. Everybody kind of jockeying for position, seeing what kind of truck they have. We got 3 trucks that have lost a draft back there, though.
I think
But
you're going to see those are trucks that are probably damaged, or unless they had a moment we missed, they're losing pace. And this group here will have multiple mile an hour on them pretty quickly.
yeah, that's Watkins, Wisman, and Roberts back there. 2 perennial front runners, 3 perennial front runners back there.
Yeah, we never thought if Watkins actually had damage there. So many trucks happened so fast. We didn't catch. You know, we did get some great replays there, but a lot to check out. You're always wondering with Watkins, is there are we at a fuel window area where we might try to do something? You know?
Get your milk duds out front. Kevin Mays in the Ford milk duds truck grabs the front position on the inside line there, and Jared Mogart out second, Sean Reap third, Justin Bird round out the top 4.
That is your sponsor for this series. Kevin Mays. Mud Dogs.
Yes, sir.
If you want mud, you got it.
Nice. Milk Duds. Your mom's second favorite snack. Well done. I like the paint. Look at that quality graphics that we can see. And he's still going to hold the lead now, coming across. Going to lead another lap. We're coming up on lap 19 now, fellas.
Well, you know, super speedway racing is a trip because there are some that would say, well, you know, it's easier. You know, all you gotta do is put your foot down, and I would say that
Couldn't be
you don't
more
know
wrong.
what you're talking about because there ain't nothing easy.
No.
Especially in racing, it's called. It takes a certain knack, and it's not a. You know, if you can't run in a super speedway as good as you can run a super speedway, that doesn't mean you're a good driver. Not a good driver. It means, but man, you know, they always give Michael Waltrip that rap. You know, but dude, you try to win Daytona, twice. You know, tell me if you can get that done. You know, then you can talk
Yeah,
some smack. You know.
It's a completely different discipline, I think. Over the years, you've had guys that can
Even in a
see
simulator.
virtual wind. You know what I mean? Like they
Yep.
can see what's coming
Yep.
and use picks. And especially late in the race when you got odd numbered cars, 3 or 4 or 5, you know, going at it, jockeying for position, it's a ton of fun. But for me, driving around right now in 8th or 9th in this mess, it just gives me all the anxiety in the world. These guys are making it look easy, but it's not. These cars are wandering all over, and it's everything they can to not hit the car in front of them.
Yeah. And
Doing
then
a
we
great
get
job.
some in car and ding, ding, ding. That's exactly what you're seeing as a driver. And that ain't much. You're basically like when you're coming up to the tri-oval here, you're basically guessing where that apex is. And you're kind of trusting that guy in front, but you don't trust him that much. You know, if a dude jumps off a cliff, are you gonna follow him? You know, I mean, no, you know.
But you,
Okay, so we're in car with in truck with Sean Reap. This is the leader. So you're out front here, and you're also looking in your mirror constantly. You know who's following you. Right now, you got Jeff Hale behind you. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. You look straight a little bit, but you're basically always looking in your mirror, watching what they're gonna do. So you gotta have like a peripheral vision. The one good thing is you're not driving through trucks right now, so you got to focus on keeping it right down to that double line. If you're going to run the bottom, that's what you got to do. If you're going to run the top, then you got to make sure and, you know, stay close here as we got trucks moving out to the side there too. So the anxiety level is nothing like any kind of racing. Now, I haven't done it for real, but I did it for a long time, sim racing, and you know, obviously my dad was a real race car driver. So, but that does, the anxiety level of this kind of racing is par none because you're inches apart. You're always having to think. There's no place to rest. Road goers, at least down the straightaway, you can take a minute, look down at your gauge, take a breath, and then, okay, I got to hit a braking zone. That's not happening in this type of racing.
absolutely. 22 laps in. Sean Reap still out front. We saw while you were on board there was a couple cars going single file as they shuffled back. You still have the 3 trucks back there waiting for the next big one so they can get some spots back. But we're looking at 18 trucks still, no, I don't know, 15 trucks still in the lead draft here.
Okay, so when do we go back green here?
About
what
16,
is the
it's
fuel?
about 17. So we'll look about 22 laps after that. So 39 or so.
Yeah, so
let's figure
39,
about 30,
and
37 to 40.
Yep. So if you can get to 40, then you're in that breakdown window.
Yeah, maybe 38.
You always have to think that there's not going to be any cautions, and then if there's cautions, you have to adjust.
100% of the time. That's the way to do it. From every restart, from this point forward, if it goes green, what do I got to do to get to the win? And then, yeah, deal with the cautions. Never count on them. You always see those guys pitting early. A lot of times it's going to cost you.
Yeah, so interesting strategy for these guys back there, and uh, those are teammates. So Wisman and Watkins are always scheming and planning, and Guy Pitra also their teammate. You know, these guys are donkeys too, but when they run here, they're monsoon racing. And and they're proud of that name, and that's a great uh, racing name here at FSB.
Yeah, Monsoon Motorsports back in the day dominated for the longest time. Some information on the guys in the back. Larry Yon and Jason Seams had to retire after that first wreck. Pops Margerson just snuck in a pit stop there. He just came in, got some tires and some fuel, and went back out. He might not have pitted on the first stop. I don't know. So 17 trucks. We're looking at 14 trucks still in the lead draft.
Well, and the great thing is we're getting to see a lot of different names here, and what for whatever happens, for bad things happening, that's opportunities for others, and these guys are all really good pro racers, and you're seeing some names up in the top five there. Reap, he's been running in the front for a while there, and Jeff Hale. The record of this dude, and the amount of wins and championships back in the day when we had a, super speedway, series that was, just super speedway tracks. This guy was the champion. And Dale Root, I haven't seen him before, but I mean, whoa, little mustard off the hot dog there for Kevin Mays too, but no harm, no foul. I don't know if there was contact with him and Roberts, Pearson. Pearson coming up after some little kerfluffle in the pits there. No harm, no foul either. So Sheaves still hanging in there, and Stukas doing what he does, just kind of hanging around to the end.
Yeah, hard charger so far. Kevin Mays up 16 spots from 20th to 4th. He said Dale Root is sitting there up 10 spots. So a handful of guys from the back to the front as that first big wreck thinned out the field a little bit and allowed some of the guys in the back to move towards the front. 10 or so laps to pit stops, maybe 12.
Yeah, so even at this point, if you're one of those guys on the bottom, you're back in fifth and sixth, like Sean Sheaves and Stukas. And the thing is, Stukas got he was the one that got he got some damage there, but apparently it didn't affect him too much because that truck is still running pretty sweet.
We got a lap truck coming up. There's Pops. They'll stay to the high side. They'll go under.
So sorry, I faded away there. I didn't make any point. The point is if you're on the bottom here right now, you just kind of the pit stops are coming. Let's ride this out. Let's see if I can are these guys gonna all pit together? How far can we go on fuel? This is when you want to make strategy. Maybe I can stay out another lap or two. Save fuel back there. Tick, tick, tick. And let these guys crash and get track position there.
Yeah, you have half of them probably in the racing channel. The other half are like in team channels, so they're probably not all communicating with each other. And you're going to see small groups pit together, I bet. A couple guys want to come in early so they don't get rear-ended and stuff, but that may cost you if the caution comes out.
Yeah, and you see the guys on the bottom are not wanting to give those spots up now. Now they're tightening up, like you're on the freeway. All of a sudden it's like I got passed by several guys. No, you're not getting in this time. which I'm usually not that guy on the freeway, but the racetrack, yeah, you know. And that's what you got to do. You got to keep it tight. If you give a little bit of gap, guy's gonna think about it. You know, like Justin Bird up there on the outside, he decides to go down and veers down. But plenty of room there given. So
All right, we got about 10 laps to pit stops. Just looking at this week in FSB when we have a quick second on season opener, Justin Bird taking the win at Kern Raceway. That's the late model tour series. It ran Sunday nights. How about Xfinity? That's Monday nights. And Jared Mogard taking the win there. How about that? And then we're running here Wednesday, and then we're going to finish up Friday with Phoenix. And that's going to be the, what series is that? Oh, not showing up
that's
yet.
Pro Cup.
That's
Yeah,
Pro Cup. That's going to be Pro Cup.
Yeah.
Pro Cup Friday. All right, guys. So good week so far. Looking for see if we can get 2 winners this week with Mogard and Bird already have wins this week.
Yeah, Kern, that's not that far from us, man. You know, you do a lot of RC racing, probably a stone's throw away there in Bakersfield with your, broadcasting and racing in RC Bakersfield.
Yeah, the guy that run. What's that? Yeah, Sam's been there. Our track owner down at the RC track at Bakersfield, his son races Winston West or NASCAR West and a lot of those series and stuff. So they race there in Vegas and stuff. So yeah, I have not been there, but hear good things about that track. We'll just get it in iRacing for about $12-13 and run it for yourself.
There you go. So you're seeing everybody's trying to get down to the bottom now. They know. Tick, 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 it's coming. And you're in Windows here, so now it's about executing and getting out with the cool kids. You got to be the one that
29 said he's pitting. Lap 31, 29 says he's pitting.
It's time.
Keep an eye on that Starbucks 29 truck. He's the first one to call it out in the chat that he is pitting. Thank all of our fans for watching on YouTube live and the drivers and fans watching afterwards. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Okay, we've got action. Whole bunch of trucks coming down pit road. Side by side behind Hale.
Well executed. Everybody picks a lane. That's what we always preached. It's what we saw the real guys do when they did be successful. And that's how you get it done.
Yep. Hale, Bird, Greenwood, Reap. They're all on pit road. There was another one there. Sheaves calls it out. He's coming in. Reap's coming in. Here comes Dale Root. So most of the rest of them are coming in this lap. It's going to be 32. They're coming in Milt. Keep a note of that.
52.
Just over the halfway point, folks.
Are we getting tires? What are we doing here?
If you're going to be there long enough, you might as well. 5 or 6 more trucks on pit road. Another 5 continue on. So 3 different pits. Oh, no.
What?
Is that 2 trucks got sideways? Pit road is blocked. Here comes 3 more trucks. We better just stay there. Oh, boy, look at that chaos.
That should not bring a caution out.
No.
Everybody got rolling, and, there's definitely... That's
she's got a little
sometimes that's why you want to be the one that pits early. Sometimes you want to be the ones that pit late. Oh, that was Sean Sheaves locks him up on the inside there.
Yeah, got a piece of the 03 truck there and spun him around. They're going to straighten it out. And 4 more trucks still have to pit now. That's Andrew Elliott, Guy Petra, Dave Ellens, T.G. Reese. Now your top 4. Sean Reap looks like the first one coming off pit road out of that group.
Is Matt Watkins a steely-eyed missile man? I don't know.
Andrew Elliott slideways and around he goes.
What?
And he is around, folks, on the grass. Guys are getting into the pits a little too hot. He's all right.
Oh, my gosh. Sean Reap sideways dirt tracking out of pit road and survives it. That will make your sticker pecker.
115, Dave Ellens. It looks like he avoided the 09. Just kicks up a little grass, loses a little time. Again, no caution, but a lot of guys losing time here. This field is really going to be thinned out now, Milt. Let's keep it green and clean, guys. Guy Petra leads a lap.
Trucks all over each other. Guy Petra, always driving a Ford, and he comes down pit road there with TG Reese right on the outside in the snap-on truck. Side by side, the veterans come in. Great job.
That's how you do it, fellas. Let's see where we shake out now. It looks like Jeff Hale and the 22 of Pearson have the most momentum going on the back straight. They should be the lead pack. Mogard and Justin Bird just out of reach.
Exactly. When you pit first there and you get it cleaner than the kerfuffle behind you, it's all about pit delta, Jim. Entry, middle, and exit. From the time you go decide the pit until you leave the pits, what is that time delta versus you driving a lap without pitting?
Yeah. Our final trucks are leaving pit road now. Let's see. The gaps are going to be next time by. It's going to get caught up, but it's looking like TG Reese showing the lead last time by, but it's going to be Jeff Hale when it cycles through. And it's a 3-car lead with 5 seconds over the next 3 cars. So that really thinned out the field. So it's going to be Hale, Mogard, Pearson, and they're going to be 5 seconds ahead of Bird, Ellens, and Stukas. Sean Reeb kind of by himself, with just ahead of Kevin Mays, Dale Root. So we have 3-car packs. When we go across the line, you guys will see the standings update.
We got to get that lined up, and then we got to, get that, let's get into the draft. These trucks are so much faster together. Driving by yourself, it's like you're dragging an anchor, That's what's all about the execution, and if you can execute with a teammate or several guys, that you become friends with instantly.
Yep, so we got 3 trucks out front. We've got 4 trucks are gaining about 2 more. So let's see. We're going to have about 6 truck pack trying to gain on the top 3. So if they can get lined up, they'll mow them down by the end of this stint. Almost no problem. But if they can't get lined up, those 3 trucks got a nice
Hale,
shot to steal this podium.
and Pearson are lined up. The veteran, oh my gosh. Don't get me excited here. One of my favorite guys there, Jeff Hale, just an awesome individual, on and off the track forever. It's a joy to talk to kind of guy, and like to see him do it here. So we'll see. Don't want to get excited too much yet. So we got a lot going on. We got packs. We got three.
Just send it, Milt. Just send the excitement, Milt. Just send it. Don't worry about it, buddy. Just send it, just like the driver.
Let's go.
3-car pack. It's a 6.5 second lead now by those 3. So they're falling back. TG Guy, Justin Bird, Dave Ellens, Craig Stukas, Kevin Mays, and Dale Root. That's a big pack. Watkins and Elliott, 15 seconds
for a
back.
minute, though, Jim. So
yep.
You're on your own. Yep.
Yes, sir. So they're going side by side across the start-finish line. That's going to be the big mid-pack. There goes the 13, the 18, 33. They're losing time, and they're racing each other for 4th. But it's hard to communicate all that and get all 4 or 5 trucks lined up. But pulling away, Jeff Hale, Jared Mogard, and Jamison Pearson out front. Look at they're locked up, nose to tail. 2 of our 3 picks out there. Let's check the laps. 38 of 60. That's going to be over 22 to go. So we're going to have at least 1 stop at any point during this last run. Numerous trucks stopped on different laps, so all kinds of strategy. These 3 were together, and they're doing great. They were a couple of the first trucks to pit. 7.1 second lead last time by. But it's going to be a hell of a race for 4th on back if there are no cautions. It looks like the 9th, 10th, and 11th trucks are gaining, so we could have a, gosh, 9-car pack now. But they're just not quite lined up yet. There you go, guys, right there. Easier said than done here from the booth, ain't that right, Sammy?
Sponsored by Budweiser, the king of beers. Let's go. Come on,
Clydesdales
Jeff.
are outside freezing their ass off, Milt, but they brought it for you, cold and refreshing.
Great in-car and different bumper cams stuff, views. Sam Young doing a great job here as usual.
They lost another 4/10 that time. Now it's a 7.9-second lead for your top 3 front runners here. 20 laps to go next time by.
Yeah, so you're looking at numbers here. If that group from P4 to P11 could get grouped up, which they have, there's no reason why they shouldn't catch the heck out of this frontal group. It's numbered. Let's see if we can find some lap times here, and let's look at the average lap of Jeff Hale here.
Yeah, they lost another 2/10 that time. So just in general, they're a 10th or 2 faster in that front pack.
Yeah, so you're seeing that. All right, so
You're like you said in
so
the beginning,
that-
it's an
that-
anchor, you know, for
yeah,
every car
it's
that's drafting, they're pulling
Yep.
another.
It's pack
Oh.
versus pack. This is, what the pit stops bring, and it brings that excitement. Wrecks are not likely, so you're gonna have to pit. You're gonna pit one more time, right? So,
Yeah.
you got that too, and so that could break up the big pack. But the main thing is bringing it together right here. And yeah, they're riding around together, but the synchronicity of it, if you stay tight and clean, you get maybe instead of 2/10, you get 3/10 with that big group. Or with that lead pack in front, maybe they lose less time if they stay tight. In the FSB league experience, there were teams throughout the years, ECR, which was like, you would think of like, Du Haas, yeah, they just, Ramstein, they just hammer that, perfect teammates, pit stop, exact same time, come in together, come out together. We raced against the ECR guys back, Danny Falcon, Matt Watkins was the ECR back then, big team stuff.
Yeah, they made up a couple tenths that time, so they're lined up a little bit. 7.8 seconds is your lead. Lap 43 here of 60. TG Reese, a little bit of a connection issue. He disappeared there. But we also see the 18 truck of Craig Stukas like peeking out quite often there, taking a look. Maybe he's cooling down the truck. I don't know, but it's kind of hurting that draft down the back straight a little bit. But TG might have been bounced from the server. I don't see him, and he's right in front of this pack on track.
Gosh.
Eventually, the game's going to remove him if he doesn't return, but he could come back right in the middle of this pack. Sure hope not. Tough break for TG and the 33, who's off the grid at the moment.
Yeah, simulation racing that's part of it. Is connection is almost like your motor. Did it blow up?
Yeah, it's same
kind of stuff.
That's going to move Justin Bird up to 4th now. Craig Stukas 5th. Tough break for TG. Dropped due to packet loss.
Well, Lawrence was in here earlier for, the Bird the Word crew. Now Stacy showing up. Go Bird. Mama San is in the house.
Yep, Justin Bird doing all he can, leading the main pack here in fourth with 3 front runners out front. Lap 44 now, coming up on
My gosh,
15 to go.
still 7.8 seconds. That top three is really using that experience and dialed in. And there are just I would expect this group, as tight as they're running, to gain on those trucks.
They did again that lap a little bit. I think what we're seeing, maybe TG was leading that group. He might have had a little damage too. You never know. But right now, you can see the 18
Okay,
giving the
yeah,
13 a
10
good
4.
bump, and they're making up 2/10 a lap. But with 16 or so to go, that'll only get you a couple seconds. Pit stops are going to decide it just like it decided where we're sitting right now.
So you told me to remember, which I don't have a very good memory, and sponsored by Budweiser, but you said 32 laps, right? So 22, that'll get us to 54. That's really close to the end of the race, 60 laps. So splash and goes, different strategies. Do you want to pit first? There's all kinds of options here
Your lead
for
pack
these
picked up another
drivers.
truck. Did they pick up TG? Who is that with them? Adam Roberts is with them now, so
Yeah,
they've got
so
a
he's gonna be
fourth
a
truck to
lap
help them
down. Yep.
draft a little bit or slow them down a little bit. We'll see. As it's now 7.5 seconds is your lead. Yeah, I would assume he's just barely hanging on there with a little bit of damage. Adam going a lap down there. He's 2 laps down now, running in P17, still trying to get those points. Again, there could still be a big one here at the end. So keep running till the end. Donkey Bob, don't give up. And you grab some points. And they're going to gain on another lapper right in front of them.
Well, so it's like, do you have communication, or, we don't really know exactly teams, this and that. But, these guys know what laps they wanted to run. So, if I'm back there a little bit, I'm thinking just follow the leaders, If they pit first, then I'll see if anybody stays out. Do I want to stay with them? No, I probably want to be in that first pit group, and they do not pit yet. But just because you might lose a little bit of lap time over time before you pit, or you do the second route and hope they crash, but not likely, but
Yep.
possible.
Yep. Now that your lead pack has picked up a couple damaged lap trucks, they're slowing down a little bit now. 7.1 seconds is your lead now. Justin Berg, Craig Stukas making a charge. They've got Guy Peacher with them. Dave Ellens, Sean Reap, Dale Root, and Kevin Mays. That's your next pack. That's your top 10. Still in contention here. 22 seconds back is going to be Andrew Elliott, Matt Watkins, Michael Greenwood, and Sean Sheaves. Those are the last cars on a lap, on the lead lap. 14 trucks on the lead lap, guys. Nice perspective from the blimp cam. We can see the lead pack just ahead. There's the second pack.
The size of these
6.8
big
seconds.
places is just unbelievable until you've been there. Like Daytona is just so big, you just can't believe it. Honestly, it's been a while since I remember Jeff Hale winning. This is the guy that's was the best super speedway driver in this league, and there were some really good guys, but he was the standard bearer. And this has been, he's been around since the early 2000s, and he's got a chance to win this race. This has got to be pretty exciting. But Jeff Hale's always been like, when you talk to Jeff, it's like talking like Johnny Cash. He just got that voice. It's just wow, man. Nice, mellow, calm, man. Hello, I'm Jeff Hale, man. Yeah, and that's familia right there. Yeah, let's go. But yeah, we're definitely these guys are working it hard here to keep this gap against the big gap here, the big group. You know,
10 laps to go next time by. We are finishing up lap 50.
so I prognosticated, with uh, guessing is what it
29's
is,
pitting.
but
No, sorry,
I
Milt.
think I think that they're gonna have to stop.
They
So
are now. 29
and
and
here we go.
Justin Bird, Sean Reap have both thrown up the signs. They are both coming in this lap. Down to a 5.8-second lead. Once they got it together, and once the lead pack picked up a couple damaged trucks, they made up half a second a lap. So that was the key. We had some damaged trucks in that second pack.
180 miles an hour
Here we
down to
go.
55. Hard on
29
the
and the
brake.
00 pitting together. This could be
Come
for
on,
the win.
Jeff. Come on, Jeff. Excellent by the veteran.
Here comes 5 more vultures looking to pounce. Top 8 trucks all on pit road with less than 10 to go here at FSBRacing.com.
You cannot speed. You cannot miss your spot. You got to execute. Woo.
Tick, 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 tick. And here comes Bird, Reap.
Jeff Hale nails it. Out there. Come on, man. Come on, Jeff. Let's go.
Boy. Yeah, how big of a... Wow, they're really spread out. Let's see what happens with the rest.
You don't want to get too
great.
far ahead because you need some love. You need
Yep.
friends.
Oh, Reap gets a little sideways, comes back
Truck
down.
around.
He's all right.
Almost contact there.
Wow.
Wow, that was close with the 3 truck.
13 is up to speed. The 18 got around the 13 on pit road. How about
Wow,
that? As
Dale.
Craig Stukas got around Justin Bird. They're flying down the back straight,
Oh, my
looking to
gosh.
reel in the top 3.
Dale,
Top 3 are
almost
spread
got
out, though.
rooted
Look
up
out.
there.
Watch out for Stukas and Bird to run these guys down now. They are lined up.
Tick, 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 tick.
Okay. Yeah,
He
Reap
crossed
might get a
over
penalty
line,
for that.
so-
He may have a pass through after that or a stop and go of some sort. Not everyone is pitted, though, because things can change. Guy Peter's still out there leading another lap. He is off pit road now.
We don't know. They, actually they ran longer than everybody else.
Yeah, so they just pitted. They're clear off pit road. Jeff Hale.
Okay, yeah, there they are coming out. That's a Guy Pitcher race, man. Just clean. I'm here. I'm running strong.
20.
Always finishes races. Great teammate, obviously, for us and our Donkey Pop team.
Yep, 22 lost a little bit of time in that corner. I'm not sure what's going on, but Jared is all over his rear trying to catch Jeff Hale. Look at the gap between your leader, Jeff Hale, you're going to be your leader, and second place there. Half a corner. See how much that is on time.
Yeah,
Next time
Pearson
by.
and
This is going to be lap
Mogard, can
53.
they get together? And then you got a third group behind. Jeff Hale's bleeding right now.
Yes,
I mean,
he
he's
is.
got nothing. They're going to come on him like a turd of hurdles.
1.1 second lead lap time. How about 4 seconds back to Petra?
I think they're going to go by him quick. He's going to, his excellent execution, I think, hurt him, unfortunately. And I've been there. Unless he can block and they don't want to challenge him, come on, man.
Oh, he left the bottom open.
He left the door open.
Still a long way to go. Oh.
And there's a long way to go. So, yeah, he's...
Yeah, no choice.
That's
but to duck
smart,
back in third.
it's better than wrecking. The young fella there, Pearson, he's going to he wants to get a win here too, so.
Shane Wisman up there, lap down. He's gonna be a factor here if they can use him as a bit of a pick or a little bit of a draft. Coming up on 6 laps to go. We're starting lap 55 of 60. Pearson now your leader, folks. Jamison Pearson in the 22 truck. Left pit road second, but had nice momentum and a good run to take the lead. Mogard second. Jeff Hale back to third. Only 2.7 seconds back to Dave Ellens, Craig Stukas in the other pack.
Contact. They got Pearson down low. He got into him. Gave him a love tap there. Wasn't trying to wreck him, just bumping him, but it got him down onto the apron.
He got him twice, three times there.
Pearson
Yeah,
is
tap.
He's a pretty, but
Great
he's lost a
save,
bunch of
Jameson.
momentum here. Now they're coming up on the 29.
Yeah, 29 took it back. Lap car on the outside, but here comes Jamison Pearson. Had the lead, got bumped a couple times, held it.
It's
Great
still
save.
like the bottom, and Jeff Hill knows how to hold that bottom. He's just got to be more aggressive. Come on, man.
That pack's going to catch these guys. You watch.
I think like he said, he was smart as heck to give that spot up the first time, because that wasn't winning time yet. Winning time's coming, Now it's time to block,
Top 7 trucks all in the same scene now. They are that far back because there's a damaged lap car in the middle that's going to help slow down this lead pack. We're going to have a shootout here. We're going to be 5 to go. 4 to go next time by.
It's Talladega, Come on,
by the 18. Solid bump by the 18 right when they go into the tri-oval there. It was 1.9 seconds last time. Now we're looking at 1.3.
Yeah, that group is there.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a 10 truck race all of a sudden here.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, we got time left. Lap 57 of 60.
2 of our picks out front. The 29, the 00. The outside line, here's 4 of them. They're going around the lap truck. See if they can stay together. We got Guy Petra. Is Guy going to stay outside? I think he will. They need to get around this lap truck. These 4 can make a run on the outside. Here we go. Seven trucks in contention. 1 lap truck in the mix.
When you got a horse in the race, there's contact! 2 trucks around and then around. Hard into the inside wall.
They're coming back out onto the track. They might pull out in traffic. Oh, Jeff. Oh, Jeff Hale is pretty beat up. He's still on the middle of the track. Jeff, get it on the apron, buddy.
No, Jeff's in the lead. That was somebody else. That was Pearson.
I'm looking at Pearson. Sorry, Pearson's running sideways, but he's back on the track. Good job.
More contact. Now, the relatives are there. 29 and the 13. The 13's going to want to get Uncle home here. Come on, bring it home. This could be a family affair, and we got 2 laps to go, and it stays green.
Yep,
Justin would want to help Jeff on this, but Dave Ellens strokes to the lead there. Power move, and now he's trying to get it. He's trying to play the lines here, Dave Ellens. Haven't talked about him all night, but he is a steely-eyed missile man.
Jeff Hill to the outside. Bird stays down low. 3 wide for the lead on the yellow line. Show your rules on that, Sam. 2 tires below the yellow line here at Talladega to take the lead.
Yep.
It's good. All right, Sam says it's good. We're going racing. Justin Bird out front. 115. Dave Ellens down in second. Jeff Hale back to third. Here comes Guy Petra. 1 lap to go. Next time by. 1.5 laps to go.
All right, I wouldn't be standing here telling you that. The Ford man there, Guy Petra, quietly, and the 34. What a great run by him too. They're in the mix. Jeff Hale got spun there, and he's spinning around there. Oh my gosh, there's Starbucks coffee everywhere. Oh, what a shame. He gets going there. Is that going to stop the race?
Yeah, when does the race get called? We race back, Sam? No caution. All right, we're still green. We're alive.
Yeah, Jeff Hale is.
This is it.
What a
Lap
shame.
60. It's coming around.
Anyway,
racing back to the line, Milt.
Go. It's Dustin Bird. The Bird's the
18
one.
down on the bottom. Guy Petra on the outside.
at the line. They're crashing. They're
It's
hitting this
Guy
guy
Petra
Petra.
takes the
This guy
win.
Petra. They're
How about
crashing.
that? The 151.
Oh
Justin
my
Bird, photo
gosh.
finish. It's not over. They're still racing for position, racing to the line. Back here. They're still racing for 10th, 11th on back.
You know what? I'm not surprised, but I still gotta say you gotta be kidding me because I know Guy Petra. I've been watching him for years. He's been a friend, teammate, and a veteran, and he was definitely capable of winning this race. But he's such a chill dude, but he brought it at the end there. Or I wouldn't be standing here telling you that Ford wins Talladega and Guy Petra and Monsoon Racing. You know, we used to joke about him sweeping the shop there because he had Matt Watkins, he had all these great drivers, and Matt was, and Guy was just a humble guy. They're getting pushed by Wisman in the 34, banging him, his teammate, forcing him to the win. That was a team win there with birds sideways and crashing at the same time. Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
Absolutely fantastic, as good as it
You
gets. I was
can't
watching
make
Jeff
that
Hale. Jeff
stuff
Hale
up.
limped it back to 10th. He did finishes up in top 10. Great run for Jeff Hale.
Woo!
Snake bitten at the end. Hard to keep track of who got into who at the end. Admins will have their work to do at the end of that one. But great race, one of the best races you'll see here at FSB. Guy Petra in the Ford 151, taking the win. Some interviews going,
Look,
Milt.
Wisman was not going to let him not lose that race. Wisman was just, he was going to hit anything, the wall, Petra, anybody to push him there. That was unbelievable. Woo!
Yeah, let's
Okay,
look at
so
your. While you want to find some guys for interviews, we can go over our final
they know
standings.
they're yeah, they know where to go here, so I'm sure they're just breathing a minute. But I will run down there and well,
Got
actually,
you may need to hold
they're
Guy's hand. You might need to actually hold Guy's hand a little bit. Guy
yeah.
Petra taking the win in the fourth. Second's going to be Justin Bird, Dave Ellen, solid third. Craig Stukas in fourth. Dale Root, first time we've seen him. I know he's been here a little bit, but a solid five. P5 in the 3 car. Kevin Major, admin, starting 20th, finishing sixth. Matt Watkins, seventh. Good job, Matt, sticking with it. Tough break early, but he rode it out and got himself some good points. How about P8, Andrew Elliott, another donkey bopper. Michael Greenwood in the 03, finishing ninth, and Jeff Hale, like we talked about, back to 10th. Sean Sheaves, a very interesting beginning, led some laps too, ended up 11th. Jamison Pearson, 12th. Sean Reap, 13th. He had an adventure. How about Pops Margerson with an early pit stop? Still finishes on the lead lap in 14th. Shane Wisman finishing 15th. Jared Mogard back to 16th after a real promising start there. T.G. Reese again back to the back there in 17th. Adam Roberts 18th. Larry and Jason rounding out the top 20 there. 20 cars, 20 trucks started. Guy Petra taking a win. Wow, that was exciting. Holy cow. Let Milt gather everybody down at the racing channel. And before I forget, we are off to Chicagoland next week. Sweet. A couple of our podium finishers here. We'll have Milt get Guy in here. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Mud Dog Motorsports, and Kevin Mays, your series admin. This is a trophy series available at fsbracing.com. Register this week. Join this race next week at Chicagoland. Be right in this broadcast for all your friends and family to check out on YouTube. So please join us at fsbracing.com.
Yeah. Wow. Man. So where do we start here?
Do
I
what
don't
we
even
normally do?
know. We got everybody up here, you know,
We do.
so you guys all gotta be like you know, man, you gotta take a breath here. Dave, so we'll start with you, P3, man, dude.
All right.
Man, my brother, man, we've had some long talks back in the day, and you showed up and you do what you do, man. You had the lead there with a few laps to go, but you knew that stuff was getting serious there. Tell us about your race.
Oh yeah, it at the end there, it just I got too far out ahead of everybody, and they just got a run on me, and it was fun racing with Guy. We nailed that last pit stop and made up a lot of time,
Exactly,
and
yeah.
oh, it was great. And then I hate getting in some contact with Jeff Hale. It happens. We ran out of room at the end there, but what a great run. I'm just happy, to be up here. I don't get up that often to get in the booth.
Well, I mean, you guys run clean all the way, and then when it comes money time, we got to race. That's why we're here. And like you said, you didn't mean to get into it, and him of anybody knows that. So great job.
Yeah, Jeff and I have had some great races through the years
Yeah,
and wrecked each other a couple times, but it's always tough racing with him.
yeah, he's a great racer there. Justin, man, all right, yeah, you were trying to push what uncle right to the win there. Didn't quite happen, but you got a P2 out of it. Tell us about your race there.
Yeah, I'll take it. It was a pretty wild finish there. We got separated from the pack after a pit stop and worked hard. I never thought we'd make our way back up, but somehow, with about 3, 4 laps to go, we made it back to them, and then we were just kind of doing our own thing, every man for himself. And I was trying to commit to pushing Uncle Jeffrey and just stay with him, and things got a little haywire, and we split up. And there in that last lap, um, Craig, my teammate, was behind me pushing me, and something happened. I think Shane was pushing Guy, and they just were on the outside, and I was kind of by myself, and I saw them coming, and just want to apologize to Guy for getting into him like that. I typically don't do that, and I don't know what I was thinking. I'm glad I didn't wreck him, and he got the win. Just trying to do all I could with no help, and made a little contact and contacted again coming to the line for the checkers, and I got loose and overcorrected. But
I
nice
love
win, guy.
that.
You deserved it,
That's
buddy.
great TV, bro.
Sorry for the contact, bud.
When you guys
Oh,
watch
it's
this,
fun.
you're gonna be like, "We actually did that."
I just watched the replay. It looked pretty good though. It's
Yeah,
pretty
because
entertaining to watch.
yeah, I mean, it looks more amazing than you could even imagine.
After that second hit, and I got loose, and the truck that just went. I said, "Uh-oh."
Yeah, I'm like, I'm still next to this dude. Where's he going?
Well, you know, the guy, the former shop sweeper at Monsoon just wins Talladega. Guy,
Still pick
man.
up the broom once in a while.
Yeah, you got to pick up the broom still, but man, we know how you drive, and we've seen you run out there, in public, with all them crazy people, and you did the same thing you do in these races. You just ran your race and you executed and got in front, and then your teammate Shane just, he was not going to be denied. He was going to hit everything in the world there to get you to the. He was going to hit you. He was going to wreck you, or you were going to win. Or that was just so cool, man. Great to see you win, man. Tell us about your race.
I just like you just said. I just take it easy. Don't do a lot of pushing. I just save it to the end. The last 2, 3 laps, just hang on. That's what basically that last lap was, just hanging on.
Yeah, yeah, awesome, just unbelievable, man. Well, that's a pretty good start for FSB number 1. Hope you guys will check us out tomorrow. We're gonna do a little broadcasting for another league pinned. Maybe Sam can throw and Jim can throw a little in on that before we execute the end here. But great job, guys. What a show! And man, I'm gonna have to watch this again for sure.
Absolutely. Hey, we're only 7 days into the new year, but that's the finish of the year. I don't know if you guys have seen a lot of races this year, but that was by far the best finish you're going to see this year. And I don't know if you guys are going to top that, but we'll be at Chicagoland next week here. We're calling a Richmond race for the Pinned Racing League tomorrow night at 8 Eastern. We'll put up some links in the FSB Discord. But yeah, stop by and join us in the chat. Help us get to know some of those drivers over there. And I know there's some FSB drivers also racing over in Pinned over there. But again, great race, guys, from start to finish. Really impressive. Good, clean sportsmanship racing still. Nice to see that the league's still in full force. And 54 seasons. I have to say it like that every time. So 54 amazing seasons you guys have had. So it's really cool to watch. So thank you for the opportunity to broadcast. Proud of you, guy. Well done. Make sure Matt sweeps up all week and gives you a ride home.
Yeah,
Rubs it in.
Give that 15 the broom and
Yeah,
take it like it, bro.
Yeah, Justin and Dave as well. Great job, guys. It's always a pleasure watching you, and Justin always brings the most fans. So a lot of fun, guys. Thanks, Sam, for the opportunity. And I guess without anything else, I think we're good to go. FSBRacing.com. This is your Craftsman Truck I Series brought to you by Mud Dog Motorsports. We'll see you next week live from Chicagoland at 9:30 p.m. Eastern.